Hey everybody, in today's video I was kind of in a random mood. So I think I was saying I was going to do arms in the beginning, then I ended up doing legs, then I did some mobility and neck. So I don't know, it's kind of a mixed day, but I'd say it was a lower body dominant day. A lot of interesting exercises, so I think you should check that out. But anyway, this is at the end of my workout, and I'm going to, I guess, start off with some posing. So this will be in the beginning. This is kind of like at the end, but it's going to be the intro. It is what it is. I don't think anyone particularly cares too much for the order. They just want to see the skin. They just want to see, take it off. All right. Is this what you wanted? Oh, here it is. The lighting sucks though. Plus someone's fingerprints are on the mirror, so it's like right on my abs. It makes me look like I'm not ripped. But I am ripped. Alright, we need to get away from these fingerprints. Found a good spot. Those fingerprints, I wasn't gonna have none of that, but dang, looking pretty diced. I do think I'm a little smaller though, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm kind of happy with my shape. I usually have like these lights with me, but they're out of battery, so it's kind of, I don't know if it's coming out dark or not, but I think it's alright. Let's see how the legs are looking. Don't look at the calves, they're too small. But dang, holy shit. But yeah, on to the workout. I was listening through some of the audio in some of my previous videos, and actually I think either I speak really low or whatever audio it's picking up, by the time it gets translated into translated into the video, it becomes kind of low sounding. And even though I do boost it often on iMovie, the consistency of the audio between one video to the other is kind of, it's very inconsistent. I'm trying out a new setting on the microphone. I'm trying to see if that'll make any difference to how the audio turns out. Anyway, starting off with some dumbbell skull crushers today. Getting the arms warmed and lubed before I go into some stuff like dumbbell presses and pull-ups. Also trying out a slightly different look today. Went with an overshirt. I feel like it gives me some, and like also the baggy pants gives me a rugged, I don't give a shit look. I was talking about doing presses earlier, but screw all that noise. I'm in no mood for doing dumbbell presses or anything of that nature. Instead, I kind of went with Zercher Squats, so Zercher Squats it is. first working set. First set. Skip to next one. So for my first working set, I did 135. I feel like going up to 225. Not really in the mood to superset stuff. Plus, I haven't done heavy legs in a few days, so you know, it felt like a good time to be doing Zercher Squats. Although it is kind of making my shoulder feel a little weird, so I might just, I don't know. One side of me says ease out of it, do something that doesn't flare up the shoulder. The other side of me is like, nah, don't be a pussy. So, I don't know. For now, I'm listening to the don't be a pussy side of me. We'll see how this feels. If it starts feeling super terrible, I might just call it quits on this. It's feeling super uneven. Super uneven. Yeah, I think that's going to be top set for today. Since squatting with Zercher stance felt weird, I'm going to assume that squatting with the front squat stance will probably feel weird too. So I decided to go for landmine squats and also doing it with a staggered stance and leaving it overhead to create a stability element. It looks something like this. Going for 5 each side. See, it's like I worked out till like 10 last night, and it's like 2 p.m. now, or 2 p.m. when I started my workout. And I think I haven't like fully, like I'm still kind of tired. Another thing is I don't think I've been eating enough calories. Yeah, not really supersetting today. Kind of trying to manage fatigue. What we'll do like complicated movements that require a lot of muscle groups, but with lighter weights, so that my body can handle it, and it'll like get my heart rate going and stuff, but won't necessarily tax the CNS. So yeah, trying to manage fatigue but still get a good workout in. Plus I have somewhere to be tonight, so I can't mess around too long, but I'm still making good time. Oh, man, the Landmine is like literally the best piece of equipment in the gym. Like, I love it more than the sled, but I have to use the sled more than the Landmine because it lets me do the reverse sled and stuff, but I just love the Landmine. Whoa. That full depth staggered squats. Oh, final working set. Final working set of this. And then I'll probably stick to the Landmine for a bit and do a bunch of different leg exercises, maybe some shoulders. But yeah, that's for later. Last set.
I'm going to show you the one that makes you think you're going to be harder. I learned it. I learned it from Becky's vacation. I didn't tell you something. Oh, you were showing. Yeah. So let me clean put this with me. So I learned this one from Clint.
Boom. Alright. Next. So sticking to the Landmine, I kind of want to maximize the bend in the knee. So I guess it's a kind of sissy squat. So an overhead Landmine sissy squat. I'm gonna hold it with both hands and press it overhead, then slowly step underneath. Again, if this is your first time doing it, don't be careful. The Landmine can slip and it can fall on your head, and you don't want that. But if you can manage to get it here, check this out. Trying to touch my knees on the floor. Whew. Yeah, it's starting to slip. 6 is good for that set. I'll probably go lighter. Or maybe I'll do one more set like staggered stance or in a press. That might make it harder on one leg, but I can split 5 each side. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do next. My energy levels are super low. Or even if I hit a moment of good energy, it's not lasting for a while. So I really suspect that my calories are much lower than they have to be. I have to up my calories. It's 6, I think. Try to go for 6 this side too. Yeah, that felt good and bad at the same time. Bad in a good way, good in a good way. Yeah, I'll probably do a few more sets with a lighter weight till it feels good, and then move to something different. So for the next move, I'm doing a landmine upright row, but perpendicular. Since the landmine goes this way, it actually hits the medial delt a little better. So in a usual upright row, you're going like this, but the weight's going straight down. With the landmine, since it's going up this way, there's still tension going this way, so it recruits the medial delts a lot better. And just to give it an explosive component, I'm also doing like a staggered lunge. And so this is what that looks like. Going for 6 seat side. I'm gonna keep, that was my second set. I'm gonna keep doing these till it feels good. Which feels like will be around 2 to 3 more sets. Then I'm gonna move into some abs and mobility. I don't know if I'll record most of that. I'll record some of it. But yeah, whatever happens after this is what's coming up next. Oh, all right. On to abs. For abs, I'm doing the landmine. I don't like leaving this thing. Like, I have serious attachment problems to the landmine and the cable machine. Once I get to the cable machine or the landmine, I don't want to leave it. It's like I'm attached. Don't leave me. I can't let you be with nobody else. But yeah, for abs, I'm doing a floor seated core twist. Really focusing on the obliques and also get the shoulders involved. Pretty much just going to failure with a minimum of 5 each side, and then trying to hit 8. On this side I hit 8. It doesn't matter really. I'm just going to exhaustion, and then it is what it is. I feel the soul slowly leaving my body. But yeah, I'm gonna do a couple more sets of this. And then maybe, no, I have to definitely do mobility after this. My body is like all tightening up now. And it's not good. So, yeah, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Right after this, I'm gonna do my mobility stuff. Try to ease the tension on the shoulder, because it felt bad during the Zerchers today. It felt a little off during this. It felt a little off during the upright rows. I was trying all different kinds of movements, and on every movement I could feel the tightness. And I think I probably should focus on relieving that. Anyway, this time I'm going to throw a sit-up in too. But yeah, fast forward to mobility. So, for mobility, before I leave the landmine, I decided to start off with, I don't know, I think this position is called Tom kneeling. So in the Tom kneeling position, hold the landmine overhead and have your toes planted on the floor and sit back onto the toes. That forces the big toe to stretch and the toes to stretch, which in turn will cause the ankle and the calves to stretch. Really apply and try to sit on the heels and then just come up. So contract the glutes. I'm gonna do. So at the bottom, I'm really trying to feel the stretch. Hold it there for a second, and then contract glutes. Head down, contract glutes. Sit down, contract glutes. Head down, contract glutes. Switch hands. Then once I'm done with that, I'm doing loaded Nordics, or loaded reverse Nordics, and loaded landmine reverse Nordics. Anyway, so pretty much try to get into position. You kind of want to be under the bar, and then while holding it overhead, go into a Nordic or a reverse Nordic. microphone, 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 microphone. Alright, forget the hat. And the mat needs to be a little closer. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. So that's for the overall legs. None of those really loosens the hamstrings too much. It's mostly quads and calves. That was the last set of that. Then I'm gonna move on to cable good mornings or something like that. All right, I'm doing some neck training now. But yeah, I got the cable machine. I got the cable machine finally. Had to wait for it for a really long time, but we got it now. So this is my third set of like neck exercises. Since neck, since neck isn't something that I have trained that frequently till recently, I'm still developing my ability to mind muscle connect with the neck muscles. Also, I'm not super familiar with the neck anatomy, and so I'm really just kind of closing my eyes and taking all the sensations in of what happens when my neck is being pulled. I'm really trying to like play around with how my neck is placed relative to the cable and the harness and how it activates different neck muscles. Training your neck also apparently makes you good at headbutting if you ever want to headbutt someone. Then neck rotations. So have it going one way. I don't know, one way to think about training your neck is, I mean, you train your forearms, right? I hope you do. Or at least you train your calves. I think the neck is like the wrist and calves of chest and that. I don't know, I just made that up. But I'm sticking to it. Well, that's it for the neck shit. Now time for glutes and hamstring loosening, and also some hip flexors. I'm going to giant set those three.